Hey guys, so this is a follow-up to the video I made yesterday regarding Jacob Rothschild and his death, and this is gonna involve these two videos that were just posted today by Zenith of the Alpha and Lambda 115. I'll put a link in the description for both of the videos. I actually think that Lambda might have taken his down while I was making this, but the information that I included, like, it's not going to spoil his video, so I hope it's okay that I'm still using it for this video. But I'm gonna basically connect like these two pieces of work together with everything we've been talking about with this whole thing here, Revelation 6:12, Revelation 8:11, and Revelation 9:11, and how they are connected to the dimensions of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Because when you add the three numbers, it equals 2,334, and the base of each side of the Great Pyramid of Giza is 230.34 meters, and we're treating Revelation 8:11 as the backbone, the capstone of this whole formula, and this video will further solidify that Revelation 8:11 truly is the cornerstone of this correlation right here. So first video, we're gonna first talk about Zenith's video, and he talked about the number 269 and just really interesting things about it, with the calendar and stuff. So try not to block. Okay, I'll just put myself in the middle for now. So 269 is the 57th prime number, and 57 is a 40th composite number, which this is new to me, but you should watch the video if you want to learn more about it. And the 40th prime number is 173. So again, just watch the video so you can understand why this number 269 is so important, especially in terms of the calendar. It creates very interesting date duration between the 269th day of the year and the day that leaves 269 days left in the year. But we're just going to look at those four numbers, the 40 plus 173 plus 57 plus 269. This is a screenshot from his video. I hope it's okay that that I have this, but it's all gonna tie in together. It equals 539, and so I'm gonna show how this connects to all the Revelation 8:11 stuff. So the prime factorization of 539 is 7 times 7 times 11, the fourth, and fifth prime numbers. And we were talking about the 445. I think it was the two videos ago, and the prime factorization is 5 times 89, and so you get your 589. Remember, we were talking about XRP 589 after Cody was talking about it first. I made a follow-up video to that. So the prime factorization of 589 is 19 times 31, and those are the 8th and 11th prime numbers. So it goes all the way back to Revelation 8:11, or at least 8:11. But yeah, so from here to here, here to here, and here to 8:11. So this date right here is very coded So this is 8/11/1931. So very, very coded date. So it's really interesting that Jacob Rothschild, his birth has a connection to this date. It's 1,723 days, and that is the 269th prime number. That's pretty crazy. Because I just stumbled upon it after I was watching the video, Zen's video about the 269, and I was like, whoa. And also how the 269, like with this whole thing, it breaks down to 589, the 19 times 31. So as coded as this date is, 8/11/1931, to Jacob Rothschild's birth, it's the 269th prime number days. I was like, wow. And that's not even it. So one thing that I do, I'll like see a number and the prime, and then I'll put it together as one number. So right now we have 26957, and just hold on to that for now. Hold on to 26957. And this is a little recap before the like kicker for that. This is just like what's going to lead into the next page. So Revelation 8:11 is the 30,839th verse of the whole Bible. If anyone wants me to break down that math, I could maybe do it in the comments. I didn't do it in this video, but it's the 30,839th verse of the whole Bible. And again, the 589 is significant regarding 9/11 and the eclipse coming up in a few months, or less than that, because the halfway point is divided exactly by 589 weeks. So keep that in mind. Now when you go turning this, the 30,839, turning that into a date, 3/8/39, which would be March 8, 1939, to that 589th week, that midway point right between 9/11 and the eclipse is the number, that the 26957. 269 is the 57th prime. Like, that is pretty crazy to me. That is really, really crazy to me. Like these two dates that it's just, I don't know, I can't put it in words, but hopefully you guys see where I'm coming from, because yeah, let's just move on, because there's more. Now, the 26,957th prime number is 312083, and you know, turn that into the date 3/12/83. So when you go from 3/12/83, which again is the 26,957th prime number, made the date, to the same midway point, the 589th week in between 9/11 and the eclipse. And I just I put this here because that's including the end date. So the 24th is a span of 589 weeks after 9/11. So it's pretty much that, the same place. So the duration between those is 29 years and 41 weeks exactly. And 29 times 41, that's the prime factorization of 1189. And remember, we talked about there's a total of 1,189 total chapters in the Bible. And also nuclear earthquake equals 1189 in the standard cipher. So that's it's really showing me that 269 is extremely tied to the Bible and the calendar, and it just connects it all. It's like it's all connected. It's like this was already like connecting, like a crazy connection, which is very biblical. And then when you just keep going further with that, turning into that, and then that to that same, like, this is a very significant place in the calendar, and all the events happening around it to make it like 589. Like, it's just the way that everything's happening right now. I don't. It blows my mind. I don't know how it's happening, but it's to me, I think it's really cool. It's wild, but again, so 29 years, 41 weeks. 29 times 41 is the prime factorization of 1189. There's that's the total amount of chapters in the Bible, and nuclear earthquake equals 1189. It's wild. Now the 269 square is 72,361. It's just crazy. Sorry, but so turn that into the date. Like, I just when I see a number, I can kind of see a date right away, and I see what's up with it. So 7/23/61, and when you go from Jacob Rothschild's birth to 7/23/61, it's 9,217 days. And the prime factorization of 9217 is 13 times 709, and 13709 is the 1621st prime number. And this is really interesting because that's like the date January 6, 2021, the exact day of the Capitol riots. January 6, 2021. And remember how they kept saying, like, they kept comparing it to like Pearl Harbor and 9/11. Like, I think there's something to that. Like, the number itself is really significant, and I guess like through Jacob Rothschild, we are learning how it is. Like, that's like this 269 just keeps carrying this whole thing, keeps it going. It's crazy. But I'll show you even more how this January 6th date, how significant it is to the rest of like everything we're talking about, because it doesn't end here. So again, the 269 square, create that date, and he was born 9,217 days before, and then that's the prime factorization, and then that's the 1621st prime number, 13709, and that matches the capital attack, whatever you want to call it. And so real quick we're gonna compare it to, or this is just like some prerequisite information which is gonna connect to what I just showed. So Jupiter, it's gonna have to do with Jupiter because first of all the symbol of Jupiter is 24, as you can see, and we're in the, it's the year we're in. There's a bunch of symbolism with the X, 24th letter of the alphabet. So there's truly something to this, and we're gonna look at this number 4333. So it takes Jupiter 4,333 Earth days to make one orbit around the sun. So that's just like half of the information, and then this is like unrelated to the Jupiter thing, but I'll show the connection in the next slide. So the Tribute in Light 9/11 Memorial, it opened on 3/11/02, and that matches the total verses in the Bible, which is 31,102. As you can see, 31102, 31102. So here's a connection. When you going from that date, which matches the Tribute in Light / total verses in the Bible, this one 31102, to in the future 4333, it's exactly 1,621 weeks, which again matches the date of the Capitol riot attack, January 6th. So I believe that that day is a very significant day because of the number and all the connections that it has to like all these other things. And that date, like that whole thing with the Capitol riot, could have been a foreshadow for something else. I don't know, but it just seems like that. That's probably why something went down on that day, because this number is very very connected. And when you go or just from that date itself, the Capitol riot, it was 1,189 days before the total solar eclipse, which creates the X over the United States. Again, the X connecting to the 24, like Jupiter 24, and there's 1,189 total chapters in the Bible, and nuclear earthquake equals 1,189. So very, very connected number, very significant, and that all came from this, for Jacob Rothschild, from the day that represents the 269th square number. Yeah, it's never, I've never even looked at Jacob Rothschild's life like that, so I wouldn't have even known about like his connections if it wasn't for the events that happened recently. So it's crazy. That could be why, maybe that is why, like, they have these deaths happening at certain times, just to leave more clues, I don't know. But so when you go from the death that happened yesterday, Jacob Rothschild's death, to the same Jupiter date, the day that matches the orbital period of Jupiter, 4333, it's 3,324 days, and that is the 30,839th prime number, like how we showed that Revelation 8:11 is the 30,839th verse of the Bible. Yeah, so I'll go back to where we first were looking at the 30,839 was here. It got us to this. From 3839 to the midway point between 9/11 and the eclipse is 26957 days, and 269 is the 57th prime. So that's how that's where Lambda's video, or Zenith, where his video led me to. It was really it was a roller coaster, but I think that might be the end. Yeah, okay, that's the end for that. So before we get into Lambda's part, and I'm gonna connect them together, we have to do something real quick. So these are the ordinal values of the three main verses that my channel's about. Revelation 6:12, it equals 1192. Revelation 8:11, it equals 1377. Revelation 9:11 equals 1442. So these are the ordinal values of the whole verse, of those three verses. So when you add 1192 plus 1377 plus 1442, it equals 4011. This looks like a really arbitrary number right now, but trust me, it's not when you see the end of this. So keep this in mind. 4011 is the total of the gematria values of the three verses. So this is like I said, I'm not going to spoil what Lambda's video was about, but what I'm going to talk about is one of the things I took from it was this 911th prime number, which is 7109. And then I noticed that the 7109th prime number is 71,837, and this caught my attention again. So I turned this converted it into the date 7/18/37. And when you go from that 7/18/37 to 9/11, it's 23,431 days, and that is the 2,609th prime number. And I stumbled upon those separately, and I was like, whoa, what the heck. I was just looking at the 269, and I just finished all that work because this was initially just going to be about I was just going to make this about Zenith's video. So we got the 269 again, and it seems very significant, especially because, you know, this duration, which is coming from this, like it's stemming from this, and it creates, you know, this duration, which is the 2,609th prime number. So yeah, again, that was the number we started with Zenith's video, 269. And then I decided to look at this number a little bit more, and I found that it was the 3,709th prime number. So these numbers basically share a prime number, kind of, because like in numerology they drop the zeros, you know. So these numbers are connected, and I wanted to see what the connection was between them together. So I put them together, and I created the number 37957. See, 37957, and that is the 4011th prime number. Again, 1192. These are the gematria values of Revelation 6:12, 8:11, and 9:11. 1192 plus 1377 plus 1442, it equals 4011. And the 4011th prime number is 37957, what you get from this. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's unreal. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Like, it shows like the Bible's no joke. There's elements to it that most of the world does not understand. It's you can see it. You can see it, like, people are manipulating the Bible to fulfill their agendas or whatever. That's not necessarily how I see it. I can't prove that. Like, if everything really is happening, it just seems too hard for me to accept that there's just a group of people that are making things like happen so perfectly, like lining them up like that. I just can't accept that. So yeah, I don't know how much, if I need to recap anything, but yeah, just if you guys need to see that again, these are the ordinal values of the 3 verses that everything goes back to. Goes back to this, like Revelation 6:12, 8:11, 9:11. It just shows, like, I mean, I learned this from 7, and it just proves that, whatever he stumbled upon or has found is completely legit, and this chain, this correlation is 100% like valid and real and whatever, and significant, and it's exciting just to see how crazy, like, it really gets. Again, let me know what you think. I still have even more to talk about regarding Jacob Rothschild and 811. Like, me and 7 have been talking in the comments, and there's a lot more stuff regarding him in 3313. Like, if you want to see some of it, it's really crazy, but there's even more, and this is probably gonna be like a 1.5 part for the Jacob Rothschild, and there's gonna have to be part 2, just regarding Revelation 8:11 and 33:13 and a bunch of other things. So I'll try to get it out before, like, you guys get, like, bored of the Jacob Rothschild stuff, because it's all really important and just shows how significant that he was to revealing everything else that we're supposed to learn, I guess. But let me know what you think about this. See you in the next video, and take care.